Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the playthrough. We're on episode 54, and as you can probably tell, I've got a brand new shiny microphone. If you're interested, it's a Blue Yeti, and it cost me a pretty penny as well. I'm quite looking forward to using this, as I'm hoping it's going to make me sound a little bit crisper, a little bit crisper and a little bit clearer. But I do also want to say that if anyone does notice any issues with audio or anything that you could think I could be doing a bit different or a bit better, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I'm an absolute amateur when it comes to audio, so yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this thing. I've had to, when I first bought this thing and actually set it up and started using it, I had to look at what gain actually meant, because it comes with a little dial on the back that says gain on it. Yes, I know you sound techs out there are probably slapping yourselves in the face because I'm that ridiculous. If you have to know, I did most of the recording for audio when it comes to our previous episodes, and pretty much all the content I've voiced on my channel so far has all been recorded through my Galaxy S23. Yeah, that's how bad I am. Although, to be fair, the audio quality from that phone is pretty good, I'm not going to lie, it's a good microphone. But yeah, hopefully with this new one we're going to make things a lot nicer, sound a bit more professional, but certainly looking forward to it. Anyway, on with today's episode. So, as you can see, we have made our way over to the Elders Island, and what we're doing today is we're doing another Black Forest farm with specifics in mind. The main goal is I want to farm as many blueberries as possible. We need them for the muckshake recipe, which is a stamina food from the swamp, and I want to make quite a few of those. We are also going to gather some more things like dandelions and kill some grey dwarfs and get their eyes, as we're going to need those. Probably going to take out some grey dwarf spawners as well, but one thing I might do is I might leave a couple of spawners up and mark them on the map. The reason why is that once we get to quite low stocks of grey dwarf eyes and we want to make more portals, we can just pop back through to where the spawner is and we can just start farming grey dwarfs, especially at night time because they spawn quite regularly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. Oh, here we go, swimming over to the island that's connected to the Elders Island, and we've already been met on the shore by some grey dwarfs. Thank you guys, your eyes will be used. Will be put towards the greater good. That grey dwarf threw a stone at his own spawner. Shouldn't throw stones in your house, buddy. It's going to damage it. Now I know we're on episode 54 and you guys are just starting to hear this new microphone of mine, but you will have heard it if you watch any of the Space Marine 2 content that I'm going to be bringing out soon. You'll probably hear it on that content first, as I am a few episodes ahead in terms of recording and getting them ready to upload, but I'm also trying to bank as many ready episodes as I can for when I start making the Space Marine content, so that I can still keep up a regular schedule with Valheim and its episodes and not have to worry about getting to the end of a week and not having any future episodes prepared. So yeah, you probably won't hear this in the actual playthrough for a few weeks, whereas you'll be hearing it on the Space Marine 2 content immediately. That's one of the main reasons I bought this microphone, was because I want to kind of take my channel to the next step up, which is to make things sound a bit more professional and sound a bit better. Although, again, like I said, I am an amateur when it comes to using something as advanced as this for audio. I was literally just stood there with my phone in front of my mouth while recording, so yeah. Any advice when it comes to using these kind of streamer level microphones, it's all welcome, seriously. When I say I'm an amateur with audio, I'm an amateur with audio. I'm really bad at it. I don't know what 90% of the terminology means and how to set it all up. That's why I'm really glad I got one of these, because this Blue Yeti was just a plug and play. Plugged it straight into the laptop with USB and it worked instantly. I didn't have to install any technology or any apps or anything silly like that. It was just perfect. But one thing I know I'm going to have to do in future is listen back to a lot of the audio I do record, because with it being quite a advanced microphone and a good level, it's going to pick up a lot of background noise. So I'm still going to use. I have this website that I use. It's Adobe. They have this online app that you can run audio, like recorded audio, through, and it kind of uses this AI technology. AI's on everything these days, and it basically cleans up the audio, makes it sound even more cleaner. So I'll probably still use that just to make it a little bit better if it needs to be. But yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to work out how far away I need to be stood from this thing in order to actually to record, because I don't want to be stood too close and have it sound weird. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for getting started on using this. It certainly has given me some renewed vigour in doing some recording. I'm definitely looking forward to cracking on with this one. Today's episode is going to be about 45 minutes as well, just so you're all aware. It's another one of those recording sessions where I took a break halfway through. I did about 90 minutes in total, but took a 5-minute break in between, so I have 2 video clips, or 2 footage clips, about 45 minutes each. So, yeah. We're doing quite well on the blueberry front, I will say. We've gathered quite a few so far. But this is also allowing me to explore the local area in the Elders Island. I don't really need to explore more Black Forest other than to do stuff like this. If there's quite a lot of blueberries on this island, then this island will become my blueberry island, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, 1-star grey dwarf. We'll take you down. Oh, there's quite a few of them actually. 5 or 6. Give me your eyes, please. Oh, 7. See what I mean about the smaller enemies ganging up on you? If this was to happen on the mountain and that was 6 or 7 wolves attacking us, we probably would have died, or it would have been a long protracted fight in which I had to do much kiting. For those of you that don't know, kiting is the action of running around with an enemy chasing you, or a group of enemies chasing you, and trying to keep your distance from them whilst attacking them at range to kill them so that they don't gang up on you and take you down rather quickly. Don't know why I had to explain that. I imagine the majority of people gaming these days probably understands what kiting is. I'm a World of Warcraft player. Kiting's in my blood. Oh, Skelly Bro, hello. If you're here, that must mean there's either a tower or there is a crypt nearby. I think we're stood on top of it, actually. Kind of looks like it might be behind us. We don't really need them right now, but it's good to know that they are on this island. It'll make it a lot easier for us in future if we do need to go, Surtling Core farming. Seems to be plenty of copper as well, although not exactly like we need any more copper. At least I hope not, anyway. There will be some stuff we need it for in future, but I'm pretty sure we've got a decent amount left in our base, so we shouldn't need to go out mining anymore for a while. Plus, with our higher level pickaxe, it should be a bit quicker to farm it, if we ever do need to. I'm pretty sure we'll never have to take out those big copper nodes again. I think in one of the later biomes, I believe it's the Mistlands, there is another way of getting copper that's a bit quicker and easier. Take out this grey dwarf. There's a shaman. Oh, that's a 2-star. I can tell by his blue skin. Is it 2-star? Yes, you are. 1 star's a red, 2 stars are blue. And that's just for grey dwarfs, by the way. That doesn't count for every creature. Every creature will look different if it is a 1-star or a 2-star. It's like a 2-star deer has these massive antlers, whereas a 1-star only has these kind of medium-sized ones. I believe it's the same with boars as well, although I haven't really paid attention to the looks or the visuals of 1-star and 2-star boars. Oh, hello, this guy's trapped inside this rock. Oh, this is going to be interesting. What are we going to do with you? You are fully trapped inside there. How did that even happen? How did you spawn inside a rock? I mean, we could just leave him. Look at his little face poking out because he's right on the edge. Oh, we can hit him, just about. We kind of have to attract him to the edge of the rock to make him like that. If his face is sticking out or a body part, we might be able to hit that. There we go. There you go. I've released you from your stony prison. You are welcome. Well, that's a lot of thistles. Got 5 or 6 of them here. Let's grab these. Don't exactly need them, but might as well. Replenish the stocks. I think we used thistles in the sausage recipe, so we might need some more actually. Sausage is a great food for, especially when you're higher level, so after we've gone past the swamp and the mountain even, sausages are really good just for that kind of, I want to go exploring, I'm not doing much combat, but I want a decent health food. Sausages, fantastic. Don't take a great amount of mats, but material, sorry, to build. But to build, you don't build a sausage. Well, technically you do. They don't take a great amount of materials to make sausages, but you do get 4 of them every time. So it's definitely a value for money food. Oh wow, this is quite a sheer cliff face. I think it's because we're connected to a mountain, so the biome is kind of. The island is kind of like raising up in height as it's getting closer to the mountain, and then when obviously because it's got a river going through the middle of it, the land needs to dip down enough for the river to actually be there, so it kind of results in these almost sheer cliff faces dropping down to the water. Okay, I think we've done quite well with today's gathering, so I think we're probably going to head back across the river and possibly go back. We might explore a little bit further on this side, although we've pretty much fully explored this side now. There isn't much left for us to discover. But the good news is we did find quite a few blueberries. We've killed a fair few grey dwarfs, so we have some more eyes. And yeah, did quite well so far. Oh, whoops. I managed to close the door on myself. Okay, let's go back through the portal. Looks like we're getting pretty close to the end of the day. It looks a bit like dusk. Let's just quickly repair up our items and pop all of our gathered things in the right chests. Ah, we're still holding the cultivator, so I should probably put that back. Meads are still going, so we need to give them a bit more time, probably a couple more days. 22? Yeah, 22 blueberries, that's a pretty good amount. That's definitely a lot better than the 1 that we had before we started. So yeah, we can definitely pop back to that island in future when we need to grab more blueberries. I don't think there's a huge amount more in terms of recipes that are going to need blueberries as we progress. There might be 1 or 2, but at least we've got somewhere to grab some more. There we go, make an early night. Good morning, it's day 73. Perfect. Bit of a cloudy start to the day. Honestly, that's like the weather in the UK right now. It's been horrible this summer, absolutely atrocious. And yes, I understand the irony of a British person complaining about the weather. That's pretty much all we ever seem to do these days. Right, I think for today, we're going to do something we haven't done yet, but I have mentioned a couple of times, which is we're going to go fishing. I'm going to showcase the fishing mechanics to you. Fishing is fairly straightforward, it's not too difficult, and my favourite way of doing it is to take the raft and to sail a little bit off the coast. And obviously make sure your raft is completely still as well, so it doesn't kind of mess with your fishing line as you throw it in. So fishing does require stamina, and it is a skill that you can level up as you fish. And the way it works is you equip your fishing rod, then you hold down your attack button to charge it up. Now, the longer you hold it, the further the fishing lure will go. So you can throw it, it will tell you. And it's very similar to most other games when it comes to fishing mechanics, in that the best way to do it is to wait until you see the little lure that's kind of floating on top of the water. You see it kind of have this little kind of bubble effect come from the top of it, and then you obviously have to activate your fishing rod again, so use the attack button and it will start reeling the fish in. Now the bit that uses stamina is obviously, it costs stamina to throw out the fishing line, but also on top of that, once you've hooked a fish, it costs stamina to draw the line back in, and it does draw it back in quite slowly, as you can see here. It's about 1 meter a second that it's drawing it back in, and it's using stamina constantly. Now as you level up, it will use less stamina, your stamina will go down much slower, so you can throw your fishing lure out a bit further and drag it in. But if you run out of stamina whilst drawing the fish back in, you will lose that catch, as you've seen the little indicator come up saying lost catch. There you go, we just did it there, because we ran out of stamina again. This is why I'm only really throwing the lure out about 3 or 4 meters from where we are. Now, with the fishing, there is a little kind of, not hack, but there is a way that you can tell that you're just about to catch a fish, so you can predict when you're going to catch one, which is that when you're looking down into the water, you can see fish swimming around. And what will happen is a fish will start swimming over towards your lure. They'll pretty much be beelining for it, so keep an eye on the fish as it starts getting closer to the lure. You'll know it's going to grab it. You'll see the little kind of bubbly explosion effect come up from where the line is in the water, and that's when you use your attack button with your weapon and it will drag, you'll catch the fish. You have to bring the line back in pretty much fully in order to catch the fish. Sometimes it can be about 1 meter off the end and you'll see the fish kind of hanging in the air. If you hover your crosshair over the fish as it's hanging in the air, you can grab it, so you can get the fish a little bit earlier. But honestly, having a decent amount of stamina is probably the best way of doing it, although I am currently using just basic. I think I've only got about 50 stamina currently, and it's really not that tough, although there again we lost that catch. Now with fish, there are different levels of them. When you catch a fish, it will have a different quality level, and you can also see with the fish the size of them. So this fish that we're trying to catch, that we've lost a couple of times now, is massive, and it must have, I reckon it would have about a quality 2 or a quality 3 fish. So it's costing a lot of stamina to try and drag this fish back in. We're probably going to lose this catch again. Yeah, he's taking a lot of our stamina, and our stamina bar is tiny, so catching this guy is a bit of a pain. The different qualities will determine how much meat or how much fish meat you get from the fish when you turn it into meat. And in order to do that, I think I've showed it already, but in order to do that... Oh, he was on the boat. Ah, we missed it. So in order to do that, you have to take the fish, the caught fish, to your cooking pot, and it will come up as one of the recipes in there, which will just be raw fish. And then, yeah, depending on the quality of the fish, it kind of determines how much fish you get. To check the quality of the fish that you've caught, the best way of doing it is, or the best way to see it, or the only way to see it, sorry, is, so when you've upgraded items in the past, and you're looking at them on your hotbar, so with our mace and our shield, you'll see the little number at the top left of its icon that tells you the upgrade level of it. That's the same with the quality of the fish item, or the fish that you've caught. The number in that top left corner of the icon will tell you the quality of that fish. I believe it's top left. It could be top right. It will have a number in the top corner of its icon in your inventory. That will be the quality of it. And I'm not sure if it's set in stone as to how much fish you get from each quality, level. But I do know that you can get quite a lot from quality 1 and quality 2. So that's just a quick overview of the fishing mechanic. Another thing to be aware of when you're fishing, especially if you're wanting to catch quite a lot of it, is that you can fish all of the fish from a certain area. So if you've caught, say, 5 or 6 from an area and you throw your lure out and you notice that you're not getting any more bites, then you will have to either move to a different location, so sail your boat up the coast a bit more, or if you're doing it, you can do it on land as well, you can do it that way. That will get some more fish, and obviously you can go to different biomes, but one thing to be aware of, if you are fishing in a different biome, you will need different types of lures in order to catch the fish that are specific to that biome. Now, I've never really looked at that. It was a new mechanic they brought in a couple of updates ago, and I've never really looked at it, if I'm honest. It's not something that's ever really interested me that much. Main reason is that there aren't a huge amount of fish recipes, so recipes that use fish in the game. So catching just the basic fish off the coast of the meadows is, that will do us in terms of how much fish we're going to need. I'm going to cook some raw fish here just to showcase it to you. Raw fish, when you've cooked it, obviously you've got cooked fish, and it's not a massive amount of food. Oh, that was an accident. We didn't mean to pop that. Yeah, it's not a massive food bonus that you get from it. I think just the cooked fish on its own gives you about 45 health, maybe 50. So it's okay, but it's not fantastic. It's certainly not something that I would concentrate on using or focus on using. So yeah, at least we have a couple of cooked fish. Okay, so I know at the start of the episode I did say that this one was going to be about 45 minutes long, but as I'm recording I have changed my mind, and I'm going to probably make it about 22 minutes. I'm going to halve the time of it. The reason why I want to do that is because I'm using this new microphone. I want to make a couple of episodes be a little bit shorter, mainly for editing purposes, just while I get used to using this and testing audio quality and stuff like that. Also because I want to fully listen to fully watch the video when it's finished, so that I can make sure that the timing of the audio is lined up properly and that everything sounds great. But obviously, for the episodes after that, we will go back to our standard longer format of videos. It's just that for the time being, I'm going to keep them a little bit shorter, just while I voice this and make sure it's use this microphone and make sure it's all working properly. I'm pretty happy with it so far. This episode alone has been pretty simple and straightforward to do, so I'm pretty happy with it. Go, hooked that big fish. Look at how quickly he's draining our stamina. Are we going to get him before it runs out? Yes, we got him. That's a perch. That's one of your basic fish levels. That's probably going to be a quality 2 or quality 3 fish, that. Very good. That should give us quite a lot of raw fish when we turn it into meat on the cooking pot. Right, so I'm about 22 minutes in, so I'm probably going to end the episode very, very shortly, so I'll leave you whilst we're fishing. Probably should have had this as the episode intro. We'll probably have that for the next episode. But yes, thank you everybody for watching. I certainly hope this new microphone is pleasing. If it's not, please let me know. If the audio levels are a bit wrong, if it sounds too loud, I will be doing a lot of editing to make sure it's okay, but if it isn't, please, please, please let me know, just so I can put some more effort into adjusting the audio. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode.